I will tell you a little behind-the-scenes peek here. Getting ready for the Democratic convention and the Republican convention has been two very different things. The Democrats had a fairly orderly lineup where we sort of knew in advance what they were going to be doing, and then they just did it the way they said they were going to. With the Republican convention, their parts have been moving right up until the very last minute throughout the process. And that continues tonight with a fairly high-profile speaker being pulled at the very last moment because of some red-hot controversy about behavior that she engaged in just today in advance of her planned speech. Chris Hayes joins us now, our beloved colleague from All In with Chris Hayes. Chris joins us now with more on this breaking story. Chris, what can you tell us?
The speaker is Mary Mendoza. Her son was killed in a car crash in 2014 in Mesa, Arizona, where he's a police sergeant with a driver who was undocumented and drunk. She has become kind of an activist against illegal immigration, she says, and clearly a follower of Trump, a devoted follower. Just today, she told everyone they should check out a thread by a QAnon conspiracy theorist that was about the Jewish plot to enslave the Goyim, favorably make the Goyim destroy each other and rob the Goyim of their landed properties, also going into a long thing about the protocols of Elders of Zion. She said everyone should check out this thread. Will Sommer at the Daily Beast caught that, reported on it. And it appears very late in the day, the RNC has now, to use a word they like to use, canceled her appearance from airing tonight. They put out a 5 p.m. speakers list she was on, and they gave out a 7:50 embargoed version of her remarks. So at some point, someone told another person that the person who approvingly cited the protocols of the Elders of Zion today maybe wouldn't be the best speaker at the RNC. And cancel culture apparently got to the RNC, and now Mary Mendoza will not be speaking this evening, as we understand.
I'm just looking on the TikTok right now to see how close that speech was supposed to be to Mike Pompeo speaking from Jerusalem and claiming the city of Jerusalem as the backdrop for his remarks tonight, while the other speaker just minutes before him was preaching about the Jews planning to enslave all the world's non-Jews. I mean,
approvingly citing, just so that I'm clear here about what she did. She posted this thread. She later apologized and said she didn't read the whole thread. We should note in the past she's called George Soros a Nazi, and she's also tweeted about the Rothschild globalist plan to take down Donald Trump, which are all these really, really old and disgusting anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracy theories that stretch back for over a century.
Chris, can I also ask you, the thing that I knew about Ms. Mendoza heading into this, other than that very tragic story about her son, is that I believe she's on the board of We Build the Wall, which is the organization to privately build a border wall that appears, in prosecutors' view, to have been a huge and criminal scam for which the leaders of which, including Steve Bannon, were just arrested and indicted. She was on the board of that, and they were still going to have her speak, despite those arrests and those criminal charges brought just within the past few days.
That is correct. We should also note that another speaker tonight, Abby Johnson, who is an anti-abortion activist, in the past has said that she believes that we should return to what she calls a household vote, which is to say not every adult man and adult woman in a household should each get one vote, but the household should get a vote, and that in a godly family, the man would decide that. So Abby Johnson will be speaking tonight. She's an anti-abortion activist who has tweeted out that view. That did not reach the cancelable bar, I suppose, but the approving citation of the protocols of the Elder to Zion and the Jewish plot to take the Goyim's land did cross the line, apparently.
Chris Hayes, my friend and the host of All In, remarkable to be talking to you about these things under these circumstances, my friend. Thank you very much.
Unreal.